Notice: it contains the contents of this magazine, so please be careful if you haven't seen it yet. Explanation based on the Japanese version. There may be discrepancies with the English version. Please point out any oddities in the content or English sentences. Hello. Good evening. Today we will talk about the reason why Netero was reincarnated and is still alive. About Netero. Netero is the chairman of the Hunter Association and is said to be over 120 years old. He is one of the best in the world of Hunter x Hunter. Until half a century ago, it was considered the strongest in the world. Her personality is mischievous, kind, show-offy, and mean. He also has a playful side, such as making Palestine, who is not a very good type of person. His vice chairman because he does not want to have only yes men around him. Netero's Nen ability. Netero's Nen ability is classified as reinforcement. The technique he specializes in is called Hyakushiki Canon. By praying through mental unification, we can manifest the Avalokitesvara. Avalokitesvara attacks are carried out according to the palm strike form, which is exactly equivalent to an infinite number of forms. And the speed of the attack is so fast that even Ryuum, the strongest character in the work, could not avoid it. In the last page of the comic volume 30 number 314 Persuasion, Kamuki left the line 471 General. At first glance it appears to be just a bedtime talk. Change this to the Japanese notation. This is read as
471水
but can be read differently in Japan. It can be read differently as
死なないし
converting this into a sentence that includes kanji character. Write it like this. This is translated into English as, the general will not die. Based on these considerations, it is rumored that Ryuum or Netero may be alive. First, there is an assumption. It is unclear what kind of ability he used, but there is a precedent that Kite was reincarnated as a girl despite being dead. So in the world of Hunter x Hunter, reincarnation is possible. The Rin or Der first appeared in the chairman's election section. She has only appeared in a few scenes, so she is shrouded in mystery. His title is Gourmet Hunter Double, and he is the oldest person in the Hunter Association after Netero's death. In a comment on the election, I'd rather just have Netero come back to life and be the chairman again. She left a meaningful comment. And when Netero goes to the Dark Continent, Rin went with him, so we know that they are related and capable. Rin's ability. Rin is a gourmet hunter, and since his name has hors d'oeuvres in it, I think his basic ability is related to gourmet food. For example, I am thinking that it is an ability like Biscuit's healing ability. And we think there is another. That is the ability to reincarnate humans. Rin is written in Japanese as Rine. And Rin can be written in kanji as. Rine is simply explained as, when a person dies, he or she is reborn into a new life. The name Rin represents reincarnation, the ability to bring people back to life, and we think he may have used it on Netero. And some readers seem to think that Nero is reincarnated and operating as Beyond Netero. Beyond Netero first appeared in the Dark Continent arc. He is the general manager of the Kaken Empire's Dark Continent expedition and is introduced as the son of Isaac Netero. From the looks of him, he is estimated to be about 60 years old. During Beyond's first appearance, the Juyu Nishin and Bean seemed to know for the first time that Netero had a son. Bean said, "Even I could see the image of the chairman giving a speech superimposed on him." Miseristum said, "I had heard he don't have a single living relative?" Ginta almost cried and said, "He looks just like him." It's like the chairman is speaking right now. When the Gel says that the existence of Netero's son needs to be deliberated, Sayu even says that he doesn't need to be sure. Even the Jing, which cannot be traced, is well known by name. If he is the son of Netero, who is certainly one of the top-ranked players in the world of Hunter x Hunter, He would certainly have the ability, and he also seems to be quite old. It is hard to believe that someone who has been to such a dark continent could have lived without making a name for himself. Netero has been to the Dark Continent twice. Netero said that he went to the Dark Continent when he was young, but it was not the strength he was looking for. But even though what they were looking for was different, Netero says he went to the Dark Continent twice. I say even younger, but from the description of the three of them with Jigu and Rine, I can tell that they are not young in the worldly sense because they look like dirty old men with beards. There is a human being who has been living for almost 50 years without any human food in a facility like a laboratory on the Dark Continent. I think this is a disaster that the Beyond brought back with it, because it is written about in the Beyond report. However, Beyond's age is estimated to be around 70 years old. So it is thought that he went to the Dark Continent at a very young age, 50 years ago. I think Beyond indeed too young to be an expert in charge of behavioral decisions. I think Netero went with Sig and the others the first time, and took the experts with him the second time. And Netero may have been eating nitro rice, which increases life expectancy, as a return. Beyond says give and take and goes to get caught by the Juyunishin. At that point, Beyond says, "It's been quite some time, Beans." Beans looked at Beyond for the first time, and I had called him before we met, but would he say it had been a long time just to call? If Beyond was Netero, he would probably say it's been a long time. Or is Beans connected to Beyond behind the scenes? If that's the case, I can understand why the timing of the will is so good. Netero may have been reincarnated at an age close to his prime through the power of reincarnation, and is attempting to strategy the Dark Continent, something he was unable to do before his death. Can't Beyond even think about playing with the Juyunishin, Jing and Palestine? You may find many points that are tricky to understand. I want to see Netero in his prime, so I want him to come back to life. What did you think? If you find it interesting or convincing, please rate it highly and leave a comment. I would like to make more videos like this in the future, so please comment if you have any advice. Thank you for watching.